Oh, good morning from the garden.
No. Oh, you will open all this thing.
She's looking after me. Yeah, good.
Good morning from Sicily and from our winter garden.
Yeah, actually now it's officially winter. I mean, we are close to Christmas. And last time you've been here, it was the autumn. So we show you the garden, the way we prepped. And today we're gonna show you the way it ended up.
Let's start with my favorite spot, and it's here next to mandarin. As you can see, it started to get color. It's getting a bit more orangey, but still we have to wait until I think March it starts.
Yeah, February, March.
And yeah, soon we will be eating them again, baking cakes, and I cannot wait.
I mean, this year is actually full.
Yeah, because we trimmed in the middle, we opened up a bit more aeration, and as you can see, we get so many more this year as well.
Yeah, it's covered actually.
It looks good.
I mean, I guess you all would like some mandarin, but this one, they're all for us.
Unfortunately, we can't share.
Well, for
But,
you actually, because you
know,
love it.
Yesterday I was actually reading that citrus fruits are one of the most sprayed ones as well. So to have our own trees and to eat oranges, mandarins, we have like probably 5 oranges so far, but full mandarin tree, it's amazing.
I mean, shall we show the orange tree now?
Orange
While
tree
we are close
is
to it.
nearby.
First year it does a production actually. After, I mean, we planted 2 years ago. So
Yeah.
far there is how many oranges?
We had 2, I think, and there are other 2, so I lied, it's 4, not 5. I know, there is one
There's one
there.
here, yeah.
Yeah, so 5, I didn't lie.
I mean, this one is a blood orange.
Blood orange, yeah, it has red inside and we tried. It's really sweet and nice. We're loving it.
Yeah, we still have to learn how to prune it.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's growing right or not, but I mean, I'll need to do some research and
It
prune
hasn't
it.
been great. Aphids attacking, so you can see the leaves are kind of wrinkled. But I've seen many lemon and orange trees are the same everywhere around in the area. It's mostly due to drought, but they are surviving so far. So hopefully after this winter rain, they will get better. It grew quite a lot. It was this height, but now it's as high as me. So
Yeah.
fingers crossed it will grow.
Next to the mandarin, we have a quite big space, which before used to be like a kind of chicken garden. So we have a soil which is very, very fertile. So we decided to work on it because the grass was very, very infested, and we transplanted lots of endive. So we have a 2 row, one of a curly endive, one of straight endive. Of course, there is the dripping system because until 2 weeks ago there were no trace of rain, so we were still watering. Now we celebrated for the first time in 2024 10 days of no watering because it's been raining a lot, and as you can see, the soil, I mean, you can't see it, but everything is so nice and moist and full of life. In fact, even the grass now is start growing well. I mean, of course, don't look at here because it's been worked, but over there, look how green Sicily is getting. This one is the land of our neighbor. At the moment, he's pruning the tree, so he helped us to get a little bit more sun so we can plant more in this area. I'm not sure if you remember, but this area was seeded with beetroot, the 3 different variety, and we lost a few of them because at some point the grass was way too tall. Then I cleaned it up, and that's what's left. this year actually we've been quite unlucky with beetroot. They didn't grow as good as back in the days. I mean, we had many other area where we seeded, and we hope that this one will be the best one, but it's not that many. I mean, this year the demand was very low, but I mean, sometimes happen. Not everything goes well. And next to it we have a more endive because it's still our best seller. We sell as much as lettuce. I mean, we same quantity, so it goes very, very well. But I'll take you through the garden now. So we're going to show you our thyme plantation. It's going very well, and now it's green. We pick every week, so now I need to put in pause it for at least a month to get regenerated and to grow even better, because in winter time grows fantastic, and the smell, it's absolutely delicious. I wish you can smell it.
This lemony oregano kind of smell. It's amazing.
Like oregano plus lemon. Yeah, it's the perfect description. It's absolutely one of our favorite herbs.
This is our new bestseller. We discovered this year. It's called rucola coltivata. So not a wild one, but the one you can grow in your raised beds in the garden. This rocket is amazing. The one you buy in the shops, it doesn't have that much flavor, but this one is nice, spicy, crispy. We actually just finished another bed, and we did like, how many? 6, 7 picks? Or 8?
7 cuts.
7 times we harvested all these
beds.
And
30 to 40 batches every time. I mean,
yeah, so it's really good productive crop, and here people really love rocket, and ours is selling well. People say it tastes good, its flavor is amazing. So obviously no pesticides, nothing. You get quite a few of the holes. We have snails, we have different kind of things eating it. You can see always there are little holes, but
if they love it, people should as well.
It's impossible not to love it.
I mean, it's incredible actually.
Let me show you. It's actually spicy.
Yeah,
but
it is.
It's nice. You know how I do it? I do it with orange juice or mandarin, whatever we have available, and balsamic vinegar, and it's amazing.
Yeah, perfect salad.
And here we have another crop, which is yellow Swiss chard. So the Swiss chard is very popular. We've been selling a lot of red one, but we will see how yellow is doing, because there's demand non-stop of the Swiss chard. So we will see how yellow one goes, but whatever chard we have, people just keep buying. It's really popular here in Sicily.
Over here we have a new experiment, because every year we like to experiment in new crops, and this year is the time of this kind of lettuce called Iceberg. The peculiarity of this lettuce is that it creates a kind of bowl, almost like a cabbage, of leaves one on top of each other until the core it gets big and hard inside, so you understand like that it's full. It's a slow growing lettuce, so we are testing. We only used one bed for it, and we can tell that insects love it because it's been eaten by all of them. We're waiting to try if the flavor is good, because the one in the supermarket, I never liked it because it's literally tasteless.
No flavor,
so
yeah.
It's like eating a piece of plastic, but green, you know, and watery. So we hope that this one has a bit of flavor. If it doesn't, we won't cultivate it anymore.
Well, last week you almost cut it down because you were thinking it's not growing.
Yeah, then I saw a couple of them with the core that I get in there, because they've been already here like for 2 months. I mean, it's a long time for lettuce. Usually winter lettuce, 45 days, maximum 50, they're ready, like the cappuccio lettuce that we normally grow. But we wanted to try something new. And on the side, talking about chard, we have a more red chard planted. This one is a succession. We planted like a little bit after the yellow one, so it's still very little. It will grow in 1.5 months. It will be ready to be picked. And next to it, we planted another one 1 month before this one. Because, I mean, as Brigitta said, the demand is so high. So, and we already finished all the one planted during the fall. And so now it's time to put it for proper deep winter time.
This bed is almost empty. There are a couple plants left that probably we will eat ourselves because we haven't had yet. And this plant is very popular in Puglia region, and this is called Chima di rapa, and you eat it with special shaped pasta which looks like little ears. And this season and there we go crazy. Here we did sell quite a few. It's like second bed that it's almost finished, and people like it as well, but it's not selling that great. But people like it. We have couple people from Puglia region who tried and said it's amazing. So when we grow something, it's amazing, but it depends. People have different taste in north, in south, in middle of Italy.
And finally, because we've been waiting actually an extra month, I don't know why, probably due to climate, broccoletti start to appear, and we have plenty. We already been eating a couple of them, because strange enough, they didn't grow like all at the same time. So we have a few patches like in here, we have like probably 10, another 15 are back, then the rest of the crop, they're not ready yet. It's actually good, so we don't have to harvest all together, then rush to sell it, but we can sell like with a good time and have like a kind of succession. And this one is actually probably, no, it will be, as usual, December bestseller. So despite the fact that we are getting into Christmas time, literally Christmas Day, where the sales goes down, broccoletti is one of the things that sells anyway. So we're actually glad that it's getting ready now. In fact, I'm watching it every day, because I believe this one that will be ready in 3 days time. So today is what, Friday? So yeah,
Sunday,
they
Monday.
will be ready by Monday, definitely. I will have a big harvest, so I need to count it and sell it, because their best flavor is freshly picked, where you can eat everything, even the stem, because it's soft, and even the leaf.
Can you explain the way broccoletti grows?
The way this broccoletti grows actually is it's quite, I mean, it grows like in two different ways. The easier one and the difficult one. I mean, not grows, I mean picking. So it takes like between 4 and 5 months to grow. This one was supposed to take 4 months, but now it's been 5. So what it does this massive big stem looking like a flower, and then inside in the middle, in the core, it has the broccoletto, which at the moment it's hard.
It's like,
because,
looks like usual broccoli.
Yeah, so if you see these one are micro flowers. So the dimension to get picked usually gets to the range of 15 centimeters in diameter, and you pick it right before the little flower blossoming. That is the first harvest you do. Then in case this variety that we have in Italy is quite strange. What it does is, as soon as you cut the main flower, so this one here, the broccoli, it starts doing so many like a little shoots on the side. That gets difficult. That is a back-breaking harvest. But we literally, for each plant, we produce so many kilos of broccoletti, which is insane. So everybody thinks it's like, okay, you cut the broccoli, you're done with the crop. Actually, it's not. That's when it actually starts. And so the same plant you can harvest up to 3 times if you're lucky. The weather like supports you. So we will never probably broccoletti until February.
We said that we have a good harvest of kale. Yes, we did. It was growing really fast. We had so many leaves. Luckily, Cope was buying as much as we could produce. But now, this time of the year is starting to slow down. And it's becoming quite difficult to pick because leaves are getting shorter. It's quite difficult to do batch, but they are still growing. I think we are a bit confused because temperatures like during the night are quite low. During the day, sometimes it's raining. Today I think it's supposed to be 22 degrees, so we are a bit confused. Is it spring, is it still autumn, or still winter? And usually we are well known for cavolo nero, and it's been growing well as well at the beginning of the season when we planted, but now it's kind of stagnant, so we don't know what to do. Shall we still keep it, or shall we just remove it and plant something else? But so far we are still keeping it, and we're gonna see what's happening.
Of course, in this time of the year, one of the main things that usually we do in the garden, apart of picking and replace everything for the winter, it's literally cleaning up. I don't know if you noticed, but the grass is even taller than vegetables, and I want to show you like an example in here. I don't know if you can see, we have a celery but the grass I've been cleaning it already here in the middle. In fact, if you can see, it's much cleaner. But we have this invasive grass, which is good because it keeps the moist, but sometimes it keeps way too much, so the plant might rot. So in fact, I have a few celery planted, but this one is the one which is the smallest. I'm going to show you the other side. So you see, this is the grass. This is what we call sweet and sour. Chickens love it actually, and at the end of its vegetation it produces like a yellow flower, which bees loves it. So we only take it off where the crops are. We leave all the rest of it because I mean the whole soil, the whole land here in Sicily is literally covered by it. And yeah, so we have also celery, which it takes a long time to grow, but I'm pretty sure it will come out delicious. This is the area where we planted fennels. We've been waiting for a month to harvest. In fact, as you can see, has been harvested quite a lot, and we're still waiting because not all of them they grew very like homogeneously, and it's been a very good crop. One of the good things of this crop is that it has lots of organic matter. Generally, when we give it to the customer don't want to see the leaves, even if they are edible. So what we do is like we pull it, we cut it, we wash it, we cut all the leaves and excess, and we give it just the core, which mainly people eat it here like as a salad. And the organic matter which we produce usually fertilize the soil where we plant it, so then it will be ready to plant anything you want thanks to all this organic matter, which attracts literally lots of worms. And it's going well. It could have got better, but this is not the only patch of fennels that we have.
Another successful crop was mustard frills. We planted them without knowing how they taste as well, so we did one bed at the beginning. When we started to sell, people loved it. It's a bit similar to rocket, and it's something in between rocket and a bit milder, but it's been great success. We sell to Coop as well. You can see we have we just finished one bed in there. We just cut it down. There is another bed that is quite new, and there is one bed down there. So we tried it, people like it, so we keep going with it. Another crop must have is spring onions. We finished two or three beds. No, two.
3 beds of white one, white spring onion.
White
Yeah.
spring onion. So we waiting for this next crop, which is like purple.
Red.
Purple or red?
It's called red.
Red.
Red spring onion.
Red spring onion. So yeah, we have 2 more beds growing, 3 more beds growing, and it's a crop we kind of hate a little bit.
I mean, to picking is a little bit of a pain. Takes time.
It's time consuming. We grow them in batches, so sometimes it's like 3, 4, even 5 growing together. And when you pull it, some of them are big, the ones you can sell, and some of them are smaller, so you cannot sell them. And you still have to peel, to clean it, to cut the roots, to clean, to wash, to chop the ends, because people don't like this bit as well. So it's quite labor-intense job, and to make sometimes 6, 7 batches takes like
1 hour.
40 minutes, 1 hour. So
I mean, we deliver to customer very, very clean, so they can straight
yeah,
put in the fridge or use it straight away. So
and everything. And as I said, we never waste anything. When there are little ones, it's for us or for a family. We cook, we put in everything because we don't grow the big onions.
yeah, in fact, we never ate big onions. We always eat like the little one, which
Well, we planted some to see. If
no
we
big
got
one. I mean,
grow.
as a spring one, we always eat the small one.
Yeah, we eat the tiny ones, the ones that don't properly grow.
And over here, the surrounding bed around the onion and frills are all being transplanted with lettuce. This one is the lettuce which we grow the most. It's called the cappuccio lettuce. And as you can see, I've been putting also organic matter, some orange peel from our garden. That's the way it grows. I mean, it's beautiful. At some point, the middle one, it will become like a pop-up bowl. And the peculiarity of this lettuce is that it's sweet, very, very sweet. Next to lettuce, because it's never enough, we've been planting Kale and dive, because it's never enough. So we have on the other side that we showed you previously, and we also have here. And because has been selling a lot, what do we have there, Brigitte?
More rocket.
Yeah, that's the way it is at the beginning of the transplantation. That's the way it looks like.
Yeah.
So this is the area which we've been using the most of it. And as you can see, it looks like a jungle, but inside the jungle there's life. So we have like a two beautiful row of straight endive, which probably next week will be gone completely because the demand is so high. In here you can see a little bit more because I've been cleaning it before to get sick. And over there it's a little bit wild, but I've been you can see, take it off the grass, and endive is here. And we have the Kale one, which is still growing, so straight. And over there we've been harvesting already like lots of like a chard, but this one is the
white one.
Is a white one. So each of you cut the plant, you sell it. You do batches. Here, covered with nettles. They are lettuce. You can't believe it, but they are lettuce in here. I try to cover my hands to don't get spiked by it. So in here we have more iceberg, but this one I believe has been completely eaten by insect. So it will serve as organic matter to mulch the soil and plant something else. And over there I planted so many onions, but it's been raining a lot and the speed of grass growing, it's insane. So what you see here, the nettle has been growing in a week, so you can't see anymore the onions, and we lost actually many. I don't know why. Literally they kind of rot because they don't get sun, the water is way too much. So in here there was supposed to be, for example, in here we have one onion. I planted 3 in each row here, and there are so many missing, literally so many. Like here 1, here 2, here 3, another 3 here, and it's like at the end, to be honest, I don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna just clean it up, assess it, and see if I can or transplant extra or remove everything and retransplant it in order to have like a good harvest at the end of it. Yeah. And here we have what's is left of Kale, which is the one which it didn't grow. So it was stagnant. We only did 1 harvest on it. So this week I might probably just pick all the leaves, put in a bag and sell it to the Coop, which you've been heard so many times is the other business which we collaborated that brings vegetables to Palermo. And going this way, I mean, I don't know if you can see how, I mean, we can see, probably through the camera you can't, but the trees, it feels better after all this rain. The branches are more elastic. The green is different,
more intense.
Yeah, they are growing fantastic.
So hopefully good harvest next year.
If it keeps going like that, next year we will have a very good harvest. So in here we planted more chard. You can't see because it's covered by grass. I've been cleaning it up already like 3 times, but it's hard to keep up, you know what I mean, because we're doing the selling and things, so I'll try to do my best during Christmas time. And next week we have the second crop of the fennel. This one here will be ready by the time we finish that, so we presume to pick it probably in a couple of months. And this upper part is actually much smaller, but the down part actually they are bigger, ready to pick almost. So it will give us this kind of a succession that we need to have constantly the vegetables to be able to sell it. In between, because the space was quite a lot, we tried to plant it in a late season some more of kale, which at the moment is still small, will be ready to be picked probably in a couple of months. So we planted this row and another one because now we have experience in like a different season, like in the past years, and people still demanding of kale. up to April, like in springtime. So we decided, okay, if the other one doesn't grow or is not enough, we plant some more for succession. By the time that one will be done, we have a new one. And yeah, this part of the garden is, if you remember from last video, the part at the end will be where is destined to be our new chicken coop, where the chickens will be running. So at the moment you can see it's full of grass, but as soon as we put the chickens, they will eat it. And that's the point. So soon in this channel you'll see something, some building of a, not a house, but a chicken coop. So what you've seen today is an update of the garden, and the garden so far has been provide us lots of harvest. We literally harvest twice a week, supplying to a different town, plus we supply also a co-op which collaborate with us, so we harvest 3 times a week. So imagine like the productivity of this small garden. And now Christmas time for us, as we know historically, it's the time of the year where we're gonna sell less vegetables. Usually like about the week before Christmas up to the 6th of January.
It starts to slow down, or almost no sales, depends on the day. Obviously, if it's Christmas Day, I think one of the days is Christmas Day or Christmas Eve day. So people might buy on the salad or rocket, and not the rest of the crops. So obviously the food,
diet change, I mean, during Christmas time. I mean, yeah.
And then after Christmas, obviously everybody goes back on a bit healthier diet. And
well, I will say literally after Christmas people are famelic, so usually they demand the vegetables in a way, in insane way, and they're all desperate to put themselves in diet, especially after lots of delicious panettone, like fat, Cassata,
nice food, lots of sweets, lots of meats, and lots of everything during Christmas period, obviously.
I mean, usually people put 3 to 4 kilos just on Christmas time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, then after Christmas, all is done, New Year, and we coming back to us. But now it will be a bit of period for us to rest. Well, not really. I'm resting, he's not, because I'm still...
I have lots of things to do.
I mean, I'm still bad with a hip, and the garden mostly it is the way it is because I'm unable to do my part, and he's been left almost alone looking after a garden. And yeah.
I mean, you help me a lot doing picking, like.
I mean, that's the maximum I can do right now, just help him to pick. And
I don't really have a choice for picking because the time frame for picking everything is very short, and
because it's mostly leafy greens, we cannot pick in the evening or day before. It has to be picked fresh in the morning. So
yeah, because example onion and fennel we can pick the day before. I'll do it all the time, and so they're stored the day after. They're still fresh, like freshly picked. But lettuce or endive or things like that, they need to be picked in the same morning before delivery. And sometimes the orders are quite a lot, and I don't have I have only 2 hands. It's nice to have another 2 hands. So she does what usually takes to me too much time while I'm picking all the rest.
Yeah.
And
leafy greens mostly, or onions, things that he usually harvests units, and I'm doing a batch picking the leafy greens.
Yeah, and that's the way literally we're working at the moment. Then she needs to rest. She has to. By the way, now is all timing of holiday, enjoying, and but for farmers is time of working and get ready for the next season. So in the next weeks, many things will be planted, grass will be cut, because the importance of cutting the grass is not for the nice aesthetic things, but because it feeds the soil. So usually during this time, until like a springtime, I do several cut of the grass and just leaving as a mulching. Is going to feed the soil and get better for the next season, which will be springtime. And I conserve also lots of nettle. I'll do all the
infusion.
Yeah, because they are good as a fertilizer, so natural fertilizer made by grass, grown on site. And that's the time. And actually I prefer it because it's gonna be a little bit cold. So
yeah, we've been enjoying
I won't sweat.
cold. We've been enjoying lots of cold. Well, not cold physically because he's been sick. When I got sick, now he's kind of still sick.
Sick again.
Well, we still both a bit sick because temperature goes up in the evening.
Yeah, you can see.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of sore throat.
But today should be a nice and warm day, and when temperatures will go down again just before Christmas. And obviously it's Christmas period almost here, and we wanted to wish you a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and
You and all family.
to you and all your family, from us, from our family, from our 4 dogs,
From our chicken as well.
from Sicily.
From Sicily.
We
Yeah.
wish you lots of happiness and good health. This year we realized the health is, well, my grandmother always used to say, health is the most important thing.
Yeah.
When you reach 40, you understand that it is.
We're not invincible anymore.
Yeah, so lots of health and happiness to you all, from our home to your home.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas is not Christmas without a present. So did you check out our patrons? You didn't? Well, you should. We updated lots of photos from Sicily, and only for this month there is a 30% discount on all of them. So we suggest you, if you haven't bought your Christmas present for your loved one, to check it out and get one nice photo of Sicily or Amsterdam or London or Rome, Florence, or the money that you spend to buy the photo will help us to keep up doing those videos and keep up our farm. And so buy photos, support us, and make your house looking better, and make your loved ones to be happy to receive something original.